Gotta realize I don't know what's gonna happen a lot of these days. I just show up, follow my plan, and I'm waiting just to find out just like you guys are.
You're gonna end up dead too.
But I like this idea for a first possible trade idea. And it looks good so far. Let's see if we can keep it going though. Stops are at break even after 9:30. Oh yeah, that shit is. Refresh that, John. Now that shit moving. You woke up today, be grateful because you have the opportunity to take advantage of anything that comes your way today. Could have been a $10,000 day, I ain't gonna lie. Some days are just as simple as that. Morning everybody and welcome back to another video. It is Sunday, it's a new day, a new morning. If you woke up today, be grateful because you have the opportunity to take advantage of anything that comes your way today, right? One thing my dad always told me was always be prepared to be ready to take advantage of opportunity when it presents itself. If you woke up today, you are ready to take advantage of every opportunity that is thrown at you. When life throws lemons at you today, you're gonna have the opportunity to catch it, you're gonna have the opportunity to see it happen. Be grateful for that. But with that being said, I'm about to start this call. I have a great call. If you watched yesterday's vlog, I went over a lot of stuff, not even a lot. I went over with one of my students, Demario. We went through my notes in my notepad. We found notes from 2018, 2017, 2020, 2021, 22, 23, 24, all the way to 2025. Just literally documenting my entire fucking process. I don't want to speak too much on it. I want you guys to see some of this video. This is going to be one of the videos I'm probably going to give you a good glimpse of what the call is like because I need you guys to see this too. I'm doing this call with a team so that I can have this on video because it's crazy. For the people that stay tuned, just know you can do anything. Everything that I've been dreaming of, I've been thinking about it for years, trying to make it happen, trying to figure it out. And I'm going to show you the proof because I got the dates and the documentation, showing you everything. So let's get into it. I genuinely hope you guys take advantage of that game. I genuinely do. Like, I want you guys to realize how much game I just gave you for free. A lot of the stuff I do to this day is right there. A lot of it, not everything, and definitely not as detailed, but for the summarized version of things that I do to this day to get me into the position that I am in this very day, it was all in there, bro. I hope you enjoy that. I'm gonna get ready to go to the gym just to work on myself physically, as you guys know. On a daily, we have to. Feels good. It feels good, man. It feels good. I love waking up and just being able to change lives, being able to give value, and just give everybody that spark of motivation and inspiration that it's just gonna get them to the next level. Because after showing them that, I know a lot of them know it's possible. Because they're just like me, and a lot of them can relate to the things that I'm doing. They have the notes just like I do. And same thing for you guys. Anything I do, you can do it. And you can do that. I'm back upstairs. I'm getting some content posted, and I went and got my daily drinks. Got my Evian water. Evian, if you want to sponsor me, I will. But I got a different drink. This is a daily citrus pressed juicery with orange, apple, aloe vera, turmeric, lemon, and black pepper. I don't know how this is gonna be, but we're about to find out. And worst case, I never get it again. Yeah, I'm gonna give you guys a little taste test, no diddy. Let's see. It smells like a ginger shot. Surprisingly pretty good and refreshing. I taste the black pepper and the turmeric and the ginger. I taste the apple more than the orange. I will get it again. I don't know if I'm gonna chug it. It's good though. All right, I'm about to start getting some of these one-on-ones done a little bit early because I got the time and I'm gonna go out to eat later on, so just planning ahead. But right now it's almost 1 o'clock and we're gonna get the first one-on-one started. I got my YouTube video for the day posted. I got some reels posted, went to the gym, did my live call, got some content being rendered right now. Let's keep working. No days off on this fine Sunday. But let's call my boy Keldrick.
Practicing. I literally haven't jumped back into nothing ever since.
Practice makes improvement.
Since I blew the account.
Just been taking it slow, kind of getting everything back in order and everything.
I honestly been a little nervous, to be real.
Was that the first account you had? That why?
Uh-huh.
That's probably why. I mean, all you really know is the negative side of things right now. That's why it's always good to be able to stack those small W's, because from stacking the small W's, you'll be able to build that confidence. Because right now, you haven't really passed an account, you haven't got a payout, so it's like you don't think it's possible yet because it hasn't been done. And all you really know is the losing. So that's all you're aware of right now, right? But submitting the time is going to be the most important thing, because from you doing what you're supposed to, learning what you're supposed to, like you did right now, kind of getting your head back in the game, you're going to have the confidence to go in there. And then when you actually do see a win, that's now, you just got to compound those and make sure you remember those. Make sure you journal all the wins, because whenever you're going through a losing streak, you can always go back and see the same stuff you're doing that was losing trades has won trades. You can go back to see weeks that you did do good. So it's like you can keep proving to yourself with those small W's that you know what you're doing. That's the good part about being able to practice and demo, because there's no emotions attached, so you can just see the process in itself. That's why it's beneficial, because a lot of people, they want to be able to make money, but making money is cool, but when you don't know how to handle the emotions yet of being in those trades, you're not able to just focus on the main thing, which is the process. How do I get in the trade? Why would I get out? What is the reasoning behind it? The stuff that's going to be able to replicate it again, that's the most important part, and that's what you learn on demo. Once you go into a fund or a live account, then you're learning how to hold the trade, how to handle your emotions, how to handle the loss, how to handle the W's. You're like doing more of the you aspect. But before that, when you're still getting your confidence, it's 100% just the charts and everything. Because like you said, you had a W week, but if you stack those W weeks, you're gonna get to a point where you're like, yeah, fuck this, I'm tired of demo. I'm gonna get into this, you get what I'm saying? Because that's how it is for everybody. You get that overconfidence. When it comes to trading, I know my setups, I know my patterns, I know what I'm looking for, because I'm used to taking them, because I have the experience. It's like the same thing. When I hear a specific type of car outside, or if I hear a motorcycle outside, if I hear like a Lambo or say a Mustang, I could tell the different types of car sounds, because I've been here long enough and I've heard them so many different times. Then went out, looked at it, I'm like, okay, that's a Mustang. Oh, I hear that, that's an R8. Oh, what's this? A Huracan. And I hear them so often that I know what they sound like, because it's just repetitive. And it's the same thing with your trading. If you see the same things happening, you're like, huh, this did this. Okay, I'm gonna keep that in mind. You see it again. This did this. And if you can see, if it's just repetitive, if you're constantly seeing it and hearing it, it just simply becomes like, now I'm like, oh, now I hear the sound. I'm like, that's either an R8 or a Huracan. I go out, okay, it's a Huracan. Next time, I'm like, that's definitely a Huracan. I'm like, oh, yep, same guy again. It's just pattern recognition. It's like the same thing. We're about to get into the second call of the day. Let's get it all done. It is 3 o'clock on the dot, 91 degrees, and I just dropped something. But yeah, we about to hop on this call at 3 o'clock. My boy Jalen. Okay. Slow week for you?
No, just really just back testing and stuff like that.
Now, yeah, back testing is always going to be good to be able to give you confidence in yourself and system. Can't go wrong with back testing. Practice makes improvement.
In the church and just start trying to just look for, like, if I see a break of structure or something like that. And now we got here, just, you know, like the strategy is simple too. It's just like
it's simplicity.
Every value gaps, and false breaks, stuff like that. But yeah, I think that now that I have a structure, I think it's a lot more simple.
Man, that's the main thing. Once you can give yourself structure, everything else becomes a lot more, like you said, simpler. Not easier, simpler, because you're just waking up and doing the same thing on a daily basis. You're not waking up, what do I got to do? What am I looking for? You know what you're looking for. You know what you got to do. You're either going to get a trade, you're not going to get a trade. The main thing is not getting in the way of yourself now. Once you can get the system, the strategy taken care of to the point where you know it works, now you just got to make sure your wins are bigger than your losses and you're winning more than you lose. That's going to be the biggest obstacle for most people. But most people get stuck on the system and strategy. What keeps them, like you said, is system hopping, strategy hopping, when they were the problem from the get-go. But once you have something that works, that's not the problem anymore. It's about now being able to stay in the game long enough, not letting one losing trade take you out the game, not letting one losing week take you out the game. Because I can promise you, you're gonna win trades, you're gonna lose trades, you're gonna have winning weeks, you're gonna have winning months, you're gonna have losing months. It's part of the game. That's just how it comes. But now you just gotta manage risk. And how do you manage risk? By being able to control yourself, your risk management, and your emotions. Confidence in the system and setup. Like yesterday when we went through everything, I seen my setups, I seen how they played out, I seen how they're very repetitive, how they happen at the same time that they always do, and it just gives me that extra confidence. Oh, like, okay, what are the chances that if I see the setup again that I seen while backtesting and that I seen last week that made me money, that if it plays out again? And even if it doesn't, most times and less, I just want to win more times than I lose. So I always used to stress like, oh, being heavy on understanding the higher time frame. That stuff is cool, but if it's 9:30, if it's 10 o'clock, we're going somewhere now. There's gonna be volume now, and it might be overall bearish, but depending on where we are at this moment is more important than all of that. My student Nick, also my editor, Cap, he's one of the people that be getting me if you know the reels I be posting like with the black background, that's him.
Like the third week, second week before last, was break even pretty much all week, like $100 or $200 a week.
Break even's not bad though. Could have been worse. So, what was the last week? You said it was green last week?
The last week was green. I'm up to rat this week, yeah.
Yeah, I had a break-even week last week, so I guess we switched spots. You said you put in basically 5,000. How much have you withdrawn? So like, how much out of that, if that makes sense, has been profit? Because you're up.
How much profit?
Yeah.
Yeah, so as of this year, like after switching over to your strategy and everything, I am like officially profitable. And that's all for this year with the first like 5 months of the year. And I've probably withdrawn maybe about 5,000 this total year so far.
That's not bad. So you're essentially break even on that. You're up on the countdown essentially. You made back
Yeah.
what you put in, which is that's
exactly.
not the 6,000 that you didn't have before. You essentially made back the profit. That's 100% ROI plus some. But now it's just you're playing with profit. So yeah, once you get to the 10K amount, if you start risking a little bit more, it depends if there's other confirmations. Because if there's nothing else and the high is the main confirmation, I would get in based off the Asian session high getting traded. But say there's a gap above it, say the fib is also above it, say the big figure level is also above it, I might just give it a second because there might be more confirmation a little bit higher than it is at that exact point. But the main thing is always stop loss. If I have a wide enough stop loss to say as soon as it runs the Asian session high, I can withstand it going to that big figure level, I can withstand it going to that gap, I could like without getting stopped out, then that's also where I'd rather be safe than sorry. But the main thing is getting in at least based off the fair value gap or the false break because those are the real two price action setups. The fib is just an area. The big figure level, that's a level, but it's just an area also. It's not just gonna reject it immediately and just go the other way. It's like an area in itself. But you wanna just be careful a lot of times. Like the fair value gap itself and the false break itself, those are the main things I'm using. But I also wanna be watching the other stuff around it because if it's 5-10 points above, I might just try to wait that 5-10 points just to try to get that better entry. At a payout once, there's no reason you can't do it again. If you can do anything one time, you can do it again. It's just a matter of proving it to yourself first. The beginning is always gonna be the hardest part because you haven't done it yet. You haven't like beat that level yet. But once you beat the level, you know it's possible. You know you can do it again. You can run it back and way faster than it took you the first time because now you know what to expect. You know what it actually takes. Yo, is that a B? Oh, that's a wasp. He gonna wanna die, bro. He gonna wanna die. Yo, bro, there's a wasp, bro. He gonna die, bro. He gonna die. I'm gonna kill him, bro. This wasp is gonna die. He came to the wrong place, bro. You about to witness murder. Nah, he came to the wrong crib. Nah, and I'm about to do it on camera, bro. Nah, bro. Bro, you about to get dead. I called you and it just so happened. Get wet, young boy. Nah, but he gonna be hurt. Nah, I got the water right here. Nah, he come at me, bro. I'ma do him bad. Smooth.
Yeah, I do have a question though. Sometimes like when I be looking at market, because like I try my best to like mark it up and find myself before like I look at yours as reference.
Mm-hmm.
Like when there's no like opportunity like the trust rate right in the previous day high, that really much fair value up at that moment section. How far do you go back? What if the next day don't have the day previous don't have it?
Most of the times, the main entry point is going to be based off of either a fair value gap or a fib. Like, not a fib. Fair value gap or a false break. Like, I'm either going to be getting in as soon as we run an old high or low or as soon as we trade into an old gap. Now, there's probably going to be other confirmations, the fib, the big figure level. Maybe it's following the same trend. But in terms of my entry, I'm not getting in off of the fib. You get what I'm saying? I'm getting in based off the fair value gap or the false break. I'm getting in because of that. And that's usually where my safest entry is. If you look at the back testing sessions or if you're there for the weekly market breakdowns, it's the safest entry, which is usually either the false break or the fair value gap fill. You got to realize what NAS is, for every 1 point is 4 ticks. So if you want a 30-point stop loss, you got to have 120 points. 120 ticks, technically. I'm pretty sure. Like, let me do the math, like, just before I'm mistaken, because if you do the math, say you want a 30-point stop loss, 30 times 4 is 120, yeah. So if you wanted a 50-point stop loss, 50 times 4, 200. So what you would do in terms of stop loss for NAS, US 30, 1 tick is 1 point. It's normal on there. I'm pretty sure it's the same thing for ES, though. NAS is like ES.
How about for US?
US 30 is just 1 tick is 1 point. If you put 50 ticks, it's 50 points.
That explains it. Okay.
But on NAS 100 though, that's why it's also weighted more. Like if you go to the minis now, NAS is worth way more compared to US 30.
How do you go to minis?
It'll just be called different. It'll be like MNQ, and then it'll just be like NQ.
Okay. I thought it was based on how much you put down, like how big
It'll be two different. It'll be two different things. So it'll be MNQ and then NQ. NQ would be the mini, the bigger one, and MNQ would be the micro, the smaller one. Let anybody know what you gotta say.
Yo, if you guys not subscribed, what are you doing? Yo, log in, tune in.
Now, yeah, let them know about the brand too.
2025, we're going up. That's the only way we can go up.
Now, that's a fact. Let him know about the brand too. The one that has the clothing brand, so Villain Arc. So for the people that the clothes, the ones I was getting sent, this is him right here. So what you got to say about that too?
All I say is, yo, if you guys know Villain Arc, yo, don't get me tight. Don't get me tight. Don't get me tight. I have the gray ones. I'm gonna go crazy. Have the gray ones right here. Come on, gray. Pink. I'm not done. I got orange. I got purple. I can keep going on and on and on. All I say is, yo, you might put the link description. If you don't, like the website.
Yeah, I'll probably add him right here. I'll probably put his ad right here. Go to his Instagram, and then from his Instagram, you'll be able to see everything. And then from there, if you really like it, head to his page and shit. If you send me a discount, I could put a discount or whatever, and there you go.
I got you. Yo, I think code Andrew, 50% off. Code Andrew, you hear it? Code Andrew.
There you go. Heard it here
50%
first. There you go. Now you know. But now I'm gonna talk to you soon, Birdie.
Appreciate you, bro.
Now always, you be safe. I'm gonna talk to you soon. But now you be safe, bro. I'm gonna talk to you in the morning. Matter of fact, oh look.
Yo.
We got a green Huracan, an I-8. There we go. Right before the call ended. And then look, right out of my line of sight. It's gone now. Perfect timing.
That's
Good timing.
W call.
Nah, yeah. Shout out to my boy Mac. If you want to shop with Villain Art, he has great pants. I was wearing them the last 2 days, and I'll be wearing his hoodie and his other pants. Crazy. No Diddy. Not his pants, but his brand's pants. You get the idea. But I have one more call, and as he said, I am going to K-Pot. So that's the vibes after I get done all of this. So yeah, last call soon. I'm trying to see where he is, but we'll figure it out.
It was I had a couple wins, but my problem that I'm realizing is that I never hold the trade long enough. I get out as soon as I see some green, I'm too impatient.
From being able to leave a small position, you know what I mean? Like I was able to start doing that and but actually being in it. So like not really having the money aspect attached to it. What I would also say is even if you take, hold on. I've been spotting cars all day, bro. Let's see. Did I spot another one? This one's hard. Let's see. Yeah, that's a Ferrari. This is like, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I've seen some crazy shit today. Like I seen 2 different Huracans. I seen a Huracan and an I-8 5 minutes before I called you. I'm seeing a Ferrari right now. Earlier, I seen a red and black Huracan. What else?
Damn.
And then I seen
that manifestation, man.
Bro, I'm seeing it all. And then earlier, leaving this garage over here, I seen a Cullinan.
Damn.
Yeah, so
you trying to get a Rolls one day?
I would get a Rolls, but I wouldn't have it as my only car. I definitely need some other cars, though. Used to holding the trades is from being able to hold trades. And back when I traded Forex, like if you weren't there for the call earlier, I recommend you going to watch that the May 18th because I kind of went over the whole journey from beginning to start. But when I was trading Forex before, Forex was a little bit different. I could take a bigger percentage off in terms of my lot size. I could leave 0.01% running. Like I could risk $500 on a trade, close off 1,000, and still have a 0.01 running, like risking 1 cent per point. It was nothing, but it was able to teach me to get used to holding. I could see my trades that I would get out at 1-to-1, go to 1-to-4, go to 1-to-5, but I would have never had the confidence until I was actually there able to do that. Now with futures, it's a little bit hard, like I said, because the contract size is a lot more bigger. But if you could do it with the micros and at least get a small position size, or even do it like this, as soon as you take a trade, take the same trade on a demo account and leave that trade running.
The 1 hour.
Okay, I would say that would possibly be one thing. If you trade like lower time frames, you'll have a lot more opportunities in terms of what the market is showing you. The higher the time frame, there's less options. That's one thing I like, because if I'm trading based off of 4-hour and 1-hour ideas, I'm not gonna have as many of them. So it gives me very limited ideas. I either get my idea and I'm right or wrong, or I don't get my idea at all. All right, team, we're done with all the one-on-one calls. I'm ready for K-Pot, indeed. But yeah, I got a lot to edit. But today's been a very value-packed day. It was fun. No days off. Now I want to go enjoy my Sunday. It is approximately 5, so I got done my calls an hour and a half early. That's what happens when you stay busy. All right, team, you know what time it is. We're about to go get some food. Time to go get some K-Pot. I'm about to grub-a-dub-dub. I'm about to get some steak, some beef bulgogi, all of that. I'm hungry as shit. It's like 5 o'clock. I haven't ate, and I am hungry. So that's the vibes as of right now. So yeah, I'll just record a little bit and I'll show you when I get there. Nice black Corvette, which looks even nicer. The Mercedes. All right, now we're in here. We got our food, got some white rice, about to cook up. On a different side this time. Look at the big thing. But yeah. The Good morning, everybody. It is the next morning. I got my Puerto Rico gear on. I don't know why, but hey, I'm wearing it. I feel like Captain America or Iron Man. What the hell? I don't know. I feel like both. If you know, you know. But it's a new day, new morning. It is Monday. Today is the first trading day of the week. Are we gonna make money, lose money, miss a trade, not get a trade? What's gonna happen? I don't know. The main thing people really gotta realize is I don't know what's gonna happen a lot of these days. I just show up, follow my plan, and I'm waiting just to find out, just like you guys are. The suspense is real. But with that being said, let's hop on the team. If you want to join the team to get access to these calls, get access to the weekly calls, the one-on-ones like you guys been seeing all the video, apply in the first link in the description. I got 6 spots available. But with that being said, let's get ready to see what we can do today. Let's try to make some money. It's a beautiful Monday. Let's keep making it better. I don't like to go on Mondays forcing anything anyway. Because the 4 hour, the higher time frame for the most part, looks like it could drop. But I just wish it would have ran that low down here. If it would have ran that low, I would have been way more bullish. But right now it's like, But we'll see. Stop loss wise, what's this range looking like? Yeah, 50-point stop today is probably a good little idea. This gap here is possible. There's probably other little confirmations. Like I said, I just wish it would have ran that low. That would have really led me to be bullish. But I already know how 30 be sometimes. So watching my first trade with 50 points over here. It's not a bad idea. And if it runs those lows, then I'll watch for probably something below it. But I like this idea for a first possible trade idea. If 100 would have been a little bit too wide. 50 makes sense in my opinion because I can get out at the Asian session high. So it just makes sense. It just makes sense. But this is my first trade of the day, another week. If this fully goes the opposite way and drops, I will watch this gap that I have marked up over here for possible retracement after it all drops or at 10 o'clock. So this trade's either gonna win and I can walk away with a dub, or it's gonna be an L and then I can learn from that little L to get an idea what might happen next. 11 seconds, man, 6 seconds. Let's see what happens. Man, it looks good so far. Let's see if we can keep it going now. I'll break even at 1-to-1, but we ain't there just yet. I'm gonna give it a second because it is 9:30, but that is TP1. So if you really wanna be conservative, break even, but I'm gonna give it a second just because I know how it should be moving. But Asia high is my target. I just want to 1-to-2. Yeah, shout out Nova. Luna, you fucking scum. That's why I said I'm not gonna break even just yet, but TP1 just got hit. Give it a little bit of time because I got 50 points, so you know what I'm saying? If I just get stopped out immediately and it goes back down and up, it's just, I want to give it some time. Slowly, but surely. I'd rather wait. I'd rather take an L on this and break even immediately just for it to go my direction and leave what I'm in. Yeah, regardless, it's a break-even trade now. Stop there at break-even after 9:30. Now we just wait to see if we can follow through. Only time will tell. But like I said, I got 50 points, so hopefully this doesn't want to go up and down. Closing on the funded right here. I'm still in on my live. Let me see. Now, yeah, that shit is. Refresh that, John. Now that shit moving. Ooh, I'm closing that shit there too. I'm closing both of them because that's past TP2. A little bit more than TP2, but smooth. Hey, it's all in here first. It's all in here first. I ain't gonna lie. Listen, some days are just as simple as that. Some days it's just as like waking up, seeing one trade, and then being able to make $4,500 in one trade. On 2 different accounts, same trade. No, 2 different trades on the same trade idea. It was all one trade idea, but it was one trade on each account, so it was one trade, right? I wasn't taking multiple trades, but $4,500. I made 2.4 on the funded account, and then I made, what was it here? Because I posted on Instagram just now. It was a smooth day. Listen, not every day is gonna be like this, but this was a great start to the week. In my opinion, I'm gonna keep it very slow the rest of the week because I can go from here. And this trade went stupid. Like, look at this trade. Like you can see over here, a whole bunch of people caught the trade. We have $577 on this account. Right there, closed. We have right over here, $500 closed. We have right over here, $500 closed. We have right over here. Costas made $1,400 over here. We have them making memes and everything about the trade. We have right over here. We got Randy Beats. He caught the trade also. We got people at work catching the trade. Come on, he's at work in the car while he caught it. We got DeMario, caught the longs. Whole bunch of people caught the longs, and you know why? Because look what fucking happened, bro. Look at this. Look at this. This trade that I closed at 2,000, I could have made 5. This could have been a $10,000 day. I ain't gonna lie. But yeah, honestly though, I mean, what better way to end the video than showing you guys exactly how to make $4,500. I'm gonna enjoy the rest of my day, enjoy the Monday. I have to just get the content from the last 2 days edited, But it was a lot of game. I went over all the stuff that got us ready for this week. And guess what? We came here, made money from following the process, from being disciplined, from having self-control, from managing risk. It's as simple as that. I love you guys. Stay busy, stay productive. And if you want to work with me one-on-one, if you want to join the team to get access to these calls on a daily basis, apply down below. Second link is going to be the free trading training. And besides that, stay safe, stay busy, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's daily video.